YouTube, it is pep talk. It's been a long day, it's been a long week. Just wanted to talk to you guys about the importance of staying positive and removing negative energy out of your life. I've had a bit of a situation over the last week where a regular person in my life, who I've considered a very close friend, is now at a point where I've been able to ignore his negative energy for so long. I've been able to ignore some of the behaviors that he has. I'm not really going to go into it because I'm not going to bash the kid. But it just hits a point in your life, when, especially now, if you've seen my other videos where I talk about going through a spiritual awakening and whatnot, if you have negative energy in your life, it really does cloud that awakening, guys, because there's been a lot of moments where I've realized that I am on a changed path and I've realized I'm going through some sort of awakening process. But I'll tell you what, man, what clouds it is negative energy, really. When I started making all those videos last week, I had so much positive energy, I had so much positive emotion. Certain couple of things have happened over the last few days that has made it really hard to stay positive. And resilience is crucial, and to be honest with you guys, resilience is something I've gotten a lot better at, but it's something I'm definitely not yet to master. There's a YouTuber called Sublime Conscious, and big ups to him because I think his channel is fantastic. It's relatively new, and he talks about laughing things off when certain things happen in life. You're just able to laugh it off, and I completely agree with that. Honestly, I think that laughter is the best medicine, and it's the best thing to do when there's just something happening in your life that, it's easy to laugh off, and you're just able to be like, oh, well, it is what it is. Ha ha ha, let's move on, But when it's something like you're able to control, but you keep letting back in your, you keep letting that sort of energy, that negative energy back in your life, you've only really got yourself to blame when you're feeling down. And I'm starting to realize this now, in this particular situation, I've been very close in the past to cutting this person off. As I said, there's been a couple of things that happened over the last couple of days, and all this negative thoughts that I have about the situation and about this particular person, I noticed last night and this morning, it's just consuming me. I've worked so hard to build myself up to a point where I can be stronger and more resilient and just not let certain things get to me. But as I said, this is in a way self-inflicted. Yes, granted, I'm not the one behaving like that, but I am the person that is letting this same person back into my life to produce this negative energy. And I just really need to tell you guys is that you're not really going to go anywhere in life without negative energy, honestly. The amount of people that I've cut off over the last 5 years, and, the amount of people I've not spoken to as much, and then these people get, wonder why I've stopped speaking to them, and, they've gotten triggered if I don't want to, spend as much time with them. You got to realize, there's a big reason for that, is that you're negative energy to me, and don't call me selfish for wanting to be the most positive version of myself. And I don't want you guys to have to go have that sort of situation as well, where people don't understand why you're behaving the way you do, why you're behaving, and why you're cutting certain people off and whatnot. Guys, energy is everything in life, I've realized this a lot this year, is that everyone's got an aura, some are brighter than others, but you need to find the people with the brightest aura and the brightest energy and positivity. Positivity is not cliche. Positivity is not, what's the word? It's not corny. Corny, that's the word. Positivity is not corny, guys, because if you meet some of the richest and most successful people on this planet, guarantee to you they might be miserable about certain things, but they have the most positive mindset. A person that I like to use as an example is Kevin Hart. I'm not really a fan of Hollywood. I'm not really a fan of his comedy in general, but what I did watch was the Joe Rogan podcast interview. I haven't seen the second one, but I watched the first one a couple months back. And honestly, that interview really changed my perception on a lot of things. It made me realize that just being negative doesn't do anything. Like, it really can swallow you up, and it can really take you off your course, and it can really allow you to think in a more negative way, which in turn just sort of gets your eye off the ball, you know. Whereas, you know, what Kevin Hart was saying is that he's just, whatever he does, he tries to set himself a routine, and he just doesn't let anything get to him. Like, if there's a certain scenario in his life, I think this scenario he used was when he cheated on his wife, and his family went through a lot of stuff. You know, he was able to sort of gauge the situation, but then think positively to be able to get back through it, you know. And like he mentioned, he had a lot of poverty in his life, and he thought positively, he had a goal, even he got there. But the reason why he hit his goals is because he was thinking positively. If he was thinking negatively, he would never have hit them. So guys, like, I really need you to understand, you need to cut negative people out of your life. You need to cut negative energy out of your life. You know, for example, for me this year, I had a job that was very, very negative. And I was at that job for like 5 or 6 years. And one day I just sort of hit a breaking point, and I not resigned from this job, but I just applied for this job, which I ultimately got, which I ultimately resigned from that negative job that I had. You just, like, as soon as you get it, it's honestly easier just to cut ties with whatever it may be that's the negative energy. Because guys, this situation I'm in now, where I'm saying that there's a certain person that keeps bringing that negative energy, this would have been resolved if I cut him off a long time ago. And I guess sort of that's what I'm really struggling with at the moment, is I know that if I just bit the bullet, you know, if I just cut him off, you know, like, he's a close friend, and sometimes I don't think he means to come across as negative, but if I just bit the bullet and did it and thought about myself without worrying about hurting the other person, like, I probably wouldn't be in this position now, where it's gotten a whole lot worse and it's affected a whole lot of other people. It's really important, like, you just need to remove yourself from it straight away. It can swallow you up. When I had a lot of tough times in high school, the reason why I struggled to get out of it was because that was negative energy, and I was stuck in it. Obviously, when you're at school, you can't necessarily remove yourself from that negative energy, but, you know, like, that's just a prime example. The longer you stay in it, the more negative you feel. It's just like a toxic relationship. I know a lot of people that have been in toxic relationships, and even my story. Please do go check out the MGTOW one, my MGTOW experience. Go check that out if you haven't seen it. Even I had a negative experience, and I had a negative energy, and it got worse and worse the longer I tried to keep fighting for it. Bite the bullet, guys, and realize that some negative energy is never going to get better. And look to surround yourself with positive-minded, like-minded people that only want the best for you. I really could not say that enough, guys, because as I just said to you then, if I just knew that years ago with this person, and if I did that, then I wouldn't be feeling the way I'm feeling. Because I ain't gonna lie, like, it's brought me down. It has brought me down, and which is kind of contradictory to everything that I tell you guys on this channel. But I just want to be completely transparent with you that, you know, even me, who's trying to preach certain things to you guys and help you guys change your lives for the better, even I go through this. You know, I'm not perfect. My spiritual awakening, I'm not perfect, you know. All these things that I talk about women, you know, I talk about they're like this, they're like that. Guys, I'm not perfect. I'm not some sort of pro pickup artist. I'm just trying to teach you guys what I've learned in my time on this earth. You know what I mean? Like, this journey that I'm doing, this, like, for example, this YouTube channel, this is a journey. Like, this isn't me completing life and giving you guys wisdom. This is me sort of giving you lessons as I go along. I make mistakes almost honestly like every single day. And I noticed today that, you know, I was a bit off my sort of thought process, off my optimum peak performance in terms of my mind and, you know, where I'm at mentally. And I've done some silly things today, like things that I would never usually do. Things, I just forget things, certain things that I would do better, I'm not doing it as well. And it really is negative energy that's kept me in that mindset. So you got to understand, guys, like, just surround yourself with positive people. And please, if you're having a situation like I'm having, cut that negative person out of your life straight away, because it's affected me negatively, and I want you guys to learn from my mistakes. So please, I hope this really helps you. Like, I really hope that you get something out of this video. If you have any questions about it, please ask me. Feel free to, like, privately message me as well. I'm always happy to help. Like, if you want me to do a video topic on something, please just let me know, you know. Like, I'm here to help you guys. That's why it's called Pep Talk. You know, it's like I'm just here to sort of guide you in the right direction. Although I'm not perfect, I do think that I had some wisdom in my life that I'm sort of able to support you with. So, you know, thanks so much for watching this video, guys. And I guess just to summarize, surround yourself with positive people. Cut negative energy out of your life straight away. Don't dwell in it. Don't let the energy grow, because it can grow. I've been there. It's happening with me. And yeah, guys, just whatever you do, like, you'll realize that negative energy takes you off your course quite significantly if you don't do anything about it. Thanks so much for watching Pep Talk, guys. I look forward to speaking to you all soon.